It was a few months ago, but the memory is still seared into my mind like oil on my skin. I've been driving for Lyft for a few years now, mostly on the night shift. The streets are quieter, the tips are better, and I enjoy the quiet. But driving at night has its dangers, not the kind with drunk passengers or reckless drivers, those you can prepare for. I'm talking about the kind that can creep into your back seat when you least expect it, and leave you with no peace of mind. That night I drove normally. My old 2005 Volvo groaned at every turn, but it was reliable. Around 2:15 a.m., a ride request from a nearby convenience store popped up. At first, I didn't even think much of it, just another pickup. But as I started walking toward it, I got a feeling in my gut, heavy and uneasy. It was like a sixth sense scratching at the back of my skull, whispering, "Turn around." But I didn't. I wish I had. The store was dark when I got there. Closed, not a car in sight, just a figure pacing up front, illuminated by the soft orange glow of the streetlights. He wore a dirty gray hoodie with holes at the sleeves and shoulders. His movements were erratic, unpredictable, like a glitched video. He took 2 steps, turned, glanced over his shoulder, then stood still for a few seconds. My instincts told me to cancel, but my finger hovered over the app. And I didn't. He slid into the back seat without a word. I smelled something strong, sweat, maybe something stronger. My gut twisted. As soon as I pulled away from the curb, I regretted it. He didn't check his phone. He didn't look out the window. He just stared straight at me through the rearview mirror. His eyes were bloodshot, wide, and staring into mine, not blinking. Didn't seem to be breathing, just staring. I tried to break the silence with the radio, but as soon as the music started, he barked, "Turn it off." His voice was hoarse, deep, but powerful, like it hadn't been used in a long time. I turned it off without hesitation. We drove in silence for maybe 5 minutes before he spoke again. "Have you ever picked up someone you weren't supposed to?" I tried to laugh. I hope not." He didn't laugh, didn't blink, just leaned back and muttered something to himself that I couldn't quite make out. Then he said louder, "I drove for Uber once. Thugs broke in, stole my stuff, never driving again." His words were slurred, confused, almost dreamy. As he rambled, I caught a glimpse of his face in the mirror. He was smiling now. Wide, too wide. The kind that didn't reach his eyes, the kind a predator might flash just before pouncing. "Have you ever thought about how much trust it takes to sit behind someone?" he muttered. "I mean, they don't know you, you don't know them. It could be anyone, it could be anyone." My hands tightened on the wheel. I didn't answer. My mind was racing. Should I stop? Call 911? Pretend to have a flat tire? He kept talking. Most of it was nonsense. Fragments of a story, names I didn't recognize, something about a cabin, something about voices following him. Then he started crying. "I didn't mean to," he whispered. "I didn't mean to." She was screaming so loud. My heart skipped a beat. "Who was screaming?" I asked before I could stop. He didn't answer, just rocked in the back seat, murmuring an apology to no one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." The destination was about 6 minutes away. I stared at the GPS like it was a sacred text. "Just keep driving, just get there." Then he yelled, "You missed your turn." I didn't miss it. The GPS was clear. Still, I slammed on the brakes, instinct overriding my reason. "Excuse me," I said quickly, my hands shaking. "Do you want me to turn around?" Number stop. Now? I did. I yelled as I shifted into park. Then, headlights. Bright, white, beautiful headlights approaching from behind. A police cruiser. He crouched, nimbly, sliding into the seat like a ghost out of sight. I glanced back. He lay flat, eyes closed, body still. Too still. The cruiser passed slowly, headlights sweeping over us like a divine gaze. It didn't stop. A few minutes later, he sat up, and with a smile that sent chills down my spine, he said, "You're lucky tonight." Then, without another word, he opened the door and disappeared into the darkness. I sat there for a while, locked in place, gasping for air. I don't remember how long. Eventually, I finished my shift early and drove straight home. Weeks passed. I tried to forget. But one evening, as I was scrolling through the local news on my phone, I saw it. A convenience store robbery that same night, 2 blocks from where I picked him up. Suspect description: male, late 30s, hooded sweatshirt, jerky movements, possibly intoxicated. Last seen fleeing into a residential area. I didn't sleep that night. There's a saying that nothing's really happening to you until it happens. That night proved that true. Now I never drive without a dash cam, and I never ever ignore my intuition again.